Again. Double it.
Boxing fans,
Right.
make some noise!
Saturday this weekend, my sister's got a big fight going on.
You know I can't win without my baby sis. You think I'm gonna win? You better say yes.
I find girls and bring them to the motel.
Is it her?
Yeah, it's her.
If you want to go through with this, you have to be all in and play the part. And once you're there, you're on your own.
If I were you, I'd walk away.
Hi,
Hi.
nice to meet you. Put your seatbelt on, please.
I'm angry. It was my responsibility to keep her safe, and I failed to do so.
Where is she?
She's gone. I'm never gonna see her again. Nobody's looking because nobody cares.
Not a day goes by where I don't think about this little girl.
You think I remember their names?
This is about survival.
Go!
You gotta be ready.
Get out of here, girls, go!
I tell myself she's dead, but she keeps swimming on back to me to remind me she's still out there.
Where's my sister?
All right, boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Catch the Fair One. It's in theaters and on demand on February 11th. It's your boy Kuya P, NRW, Nerds Rule the World. And I'm super excited to have the star, yo. You see her on the screen. It's Kaylee Reis. How are you, Kaylee?
Good, good. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I really enjoyed this film. I gotta say, it is a dark film. I was a little bit like, damn, at the end. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was like, man, you know what? I'm not going to spoil, but yeah, it got me. You got me at the end. You had me for a second, and then you flipped it on me. I'm like, what? Anyway, so that just tells y'all who are watching this right now, you're going to be surprised. It's so good all the way through. You're going to check this out. So Kaylee, again, mad love to you. And congratulations on that nomination for the Independent Spirit Awards for Best Female Lead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been such a crazy, wild journey, and I've been very blessed through this whole thing.
Definitely. It's deserved. You put it down. And for your first time at bat, getting into the acting game, go ahead. You get those flowers. Get those flowers.
Thank you.
So tell me how it all started. Like, did Joseph approach you? How did this project come to be with you?
Yeah, it started back in 2017. Joseph had one feature film out, and he also has done a ton of episodic television directing, very successful. He learned about me through, just a mutual friend that he was just started getting into boxing. And he also just had started learning about the missing and murdered Indigenous women epidemic that happens in Canada and North America and everywhere. And he basically slid into my DM on Instagram, to be honest with you. And being an already established fighter, world champion, you can imagine the amounts of DMs or emails I get about this director that wants me to be in a movie. But he checked out, and I spoke to him. He just, asked me if I ever wanted to get into acting, and he had this idea for a script, and he just wanted to talk to me. And
okay.
His initial approach was very self-aware that it was a story that he wanted to tell, but it wasn't his story to tell. And the fact that he just wanted to get to know me was dope. So right off rip, we hit it off. We both are, I'm one of 5 children. I'm the baby of a bunch of siblings, and so wasn't he. So I just really appreciated the fact that he wanted to tell this story. And oddly enough, I always wanted to get into acting. I just didn't know where to begin. And it was really heavy on me to want to get into acting for whatever reason. So a week prior to that, I kind of just put it out to the universe. And I said, if it's meant for me, it'll find me. A week later, he hit me up, and fast forward all the way to now, this is what happened. It was about a 2-year process as far as he had a bare bones script, and more he got to know my story, and he just really wanted me to be involved creatively really early on. So I was able to help create the story, the character, the themes. And, he had me do a bunch of goofy acting things just to kind of get me ready to be on set and explaining, what he knew and kind of passing on his knowledge to me. And right before we shot, kind of threw me in what I call an acting boot camp with who's now still my acting coach, Sheila Gray. And she was able to fine tune some things. And I approached this whole acting thing just like I do boxing, is just being really dedicated and really I have really a lot of discipline. Those parallels between boxing and acting, I found very, very familiar. And then here we are, like 5 years later, and this is what we got out of it.
I love it. Let's go, Kaylee. That's dope. I love it. I love it. Props. So coming up with the concept for this story. So you sit down with him, you have his Bareborn script, influencing like mixing the boxing into it. So like he already had that in mind, I guess, when he approached you. And so you kind of brought that real world experience to it, right? And then this element of, which is super sad, but it's bringing the awareness to it, of Native American women that are being abducted and just all this. So just how was that for you to like get into that and working with him collaboratively and why did you want to tell that? Why was it so important for you to tell that?
Well, I've been boxing professionally for over 13 years now, and I found a purpose outside myself to fight early on in my career around 2014, 2015, where I always involved my heritage and my Native American background in my fighting, especially from the lineage that I come from a war chief. It's just in my DNA to fight, and it's my medicine to fight for my people. And, I was really bringing that to surface with the people call it activism. So I guess it's just, me trying to bring awareness. And he was really drawn to me for the fact that I was trying to bring awareness to missing and murdered Indigenous women with my platform on boxing. And he had just been learning about it. And he actually came up to Rhode Island one time, and he came with me to the gym because I'm always training. And he just had to involve boxing because it's such a visceral thing. And it's, this powerful woman, this boxer that can beat these people up, but she's nothing for this mass corrupt world of sex trafficking and missing and murdered Indigenous women. So that was really his idea, to bring the boxing into it. And really, the more he got to know me and my story, he wanted to incorporate those particular elements in this story, to tell this story of this strong person that loses everything when her sister goes missing. So that was his idea. And I just helped really mold these characters, and even Brick, her trainer, that's I call her my brother sister, that she's a very well-known boxer as well. So he just really wants to use real people and just to influence the story to draw people in.
I love that. And shout out to Brick. I don't know your friend's real name, but she was amazing. I wanted a little bit more. If there was one thing, I wanted a little bit more, the two of y'all, because that relationship was dope to see. And just, you just this was something I wanted a little bit more, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Another thing that I really appreciated, I'm married to an amazing Black woman, is the Cape Verde was in there. Cape Verde it was said to be a Black Indigenous representation, was also so beautiful. And then it was also pointed out in the film. So was that special, or something that you really wanted to have inserted in there as well?
Absolutely. I mean, the title Catch the Fair One has, a double meaning. It's catch the fair one on the streets, just catch that fair fight. Nobody, jumps in, but also catch the fair one. Her sister that goes missing is the fair one. She's the pure blood one, and I'm the half one, the half breed. So I am Cape Verdean and Native American, and we want to incorporate that because, number one, Northeast woodland tribes such as myself don't get recognized as much. And if you're from the Northeast coast and you're Native, you're mixed with something, especially mixed with Black or Cape Verdean or something. So having that, number one, being a Native American woman that's on the screen. Number two, being an Afro-Indigenous person or a Native American and Cape Verdean, because I want to be very specific, was huge for me because a lot of people outside of New England don't know what Cape Verdean is or Cape Verde Islands are. So that was something, I had such freedom in helping to create this story and using things like who I am and kind of bringing awareness to who I am on this stage, just like I did with my boxing. So it was awesome to be able to bounce off each other. I don't know how to write a script, but I have ideas, and it's awesome. He was the one to be able to put our ideas on paper.
I love it. Well, because my family's so mixed, we're so happy to see that. So thank you for having that included in there. It was so cool. So you're working on this set now. Now, like you did it, you laid down the script, you're on set now. You're doing this. You got your coach. You approached it just like boxing with the acting. What was it like being on set and filming this project?
It was awesome. I mean, I knew initially going into it, I'm like, I know these people on set. This is the first day. I'm like, I know they probably think, oh, here comes another athlete trying to be an actor or whatever they think they can act. So I knew I had something to prove, which is such a familiar territory to me because I've always had to fight for everything since birth, love, recognition, no matter what it was. And people are always trying to tell me what I can't do or really underestimate or sleeping on me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to really bring it. By the end of the first day, everybody realized that I was serious about this and that, I wasn't just a boxer, that I was really trying to tell the story the right way. So it was amazing being on set and really being from going to a DM to, having little goofy training sessions with Joseph with his camera to actually being on set and seeing our idea on the screen. Like we're really here now. It was amazing. And it was such a learning experience. I was surrounded by the best cast and crew that was so supportive because it was my first time. And I told them all, I'm like, you guys really like spoiled me because now I'm going to expect all my jobs to be like this. But it was amazing. It was such a trustful and such a nurturing environment that it gave me the ability to be so vulnerable, especially my first time in front of the camera. I'm acting. I've never done it before. So I trusted the process and I was very comfortable and I knew I had the support. So it just gave me the ability to just be free and just do the best I could.
Hell yeah. Well, you absolutely did it. You killed it. You put your foot in it. I can't wait to see more of you just handling business. And I know right now, you're on this press tour, you're promoting it. And, but I have to ask you, so now that, once this kind of like slides away, what you got, have you been reaching out? Like, are we going to see more Cali? Is there other stuff we can possibly look forward into without spoiling anything?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have representation all across the board now for acting. Boxing is a short sport and I've been 13 and a half years in the pro game and I'm 35 years old. So I always have plan A through Z and I absolutely fell in love with storytelling. And I'll always be involved in boxing, even when I hang up the gloves. As far as I love to commentate, I actually have fighters that myself and my husband coach. We have a gym, but I'm definitely taking this storytelling thing and this acting thing by the horns, and I'm going to see what else I can do with this. My mom named me McQuinnog, which means many feathers and many talents. And we kind of just stumbled across this one and I like it. And it's just a way I can have a familiar face for kids growing up that are all mixed up and we don't see Native actors outside of Native roles so much, but it needs to be a regular thing. We don't see mixed Black Indigenous women or mixed Black Indigenous people on the screen. So the fact that I can be a familiar face in sports and a familiar face in film is just, I'm here to do exactly what the creator put me on this earth to do. So absolutely, you'll be able to see me on the big screen soon.
Yes, if I could get louder right now, because I'm in a little bit of a private office, I would get loud saying, let's go. But I'm so hyped. I'm so excited for you because I see it. When me and I was talking to my boys that I was going to talk to you and then they saw the trailer to this because we talked about it in another podcast I'm in. They're so hyped. So we're going to have a screening with me and my fellas. We're going to check this out. And they're going to check it out because I had the pleasure of already checking it out. But I'm just so hyped for you. I love what you're all about, your energy, your vibe. And I'm already fan casting you in like Marvel movies and other joints in my head that I'd love to see you in. I just wish you all the best. And for everybody checking this out, please support Kaylee Reis when Catch the Fair One drops on February 11th on demand and in theaters. But just all that, I want that energy. I love that vibe and everything you told me today about how this all came together. When you see good people, you feel good people, you want to see good people do well. So all the love to you, Kaylee. How can my people follow you? Do you have like some socials or anything we could throw out there so people can continue to support you?
Absolutely. I have Facebook. I have a Facebook fan page as Kaylee, KO-Kaylee, Kali Reis, Reis. That's more or less, I know I got a lot of kids and a lot of elders that follow me. So I'm pretty much, PG 13. Instagram, I'm on a lot, KO_NDNBXR. It's kind of a mix of, inspirational, funny. I really just try to pump out a lot of awareness for things. And then you can catch me on Twitter, but parental advisory advised, because Twitter, I'm a loose cannon. I'm very transparent. What you see is what you get. With me, it's KO Reis, Reis 86 on Twitter. And I say whatever, do whatever, because boxing Twitter is like a whole world. So you can catch me on all three of those. I'm mostly on Instagram though. And that's where you see a lot of updates for any podcasts, any shows, any fights coming up, because I do have the undisputed fight coming up this year too. So follow me.
There we go. I'm gonna be doing all the follows. I want y'all to do all the follows. I'm gonna have the information in the description below as well. But Kaylee, now you got me as a super fan now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now, I appreciate you. Thanks for doing what you're doing and that representation, which means so much to me as an actor and as a creator. I love that. And so nothing but mad blessings to you and continued blessings as well. Everybody, check out my girl, Kaylee Reis, and catch the fair one February 11th in theaters and on demand, y'all.
To Butney, thank you so much.
Definitely. All right, there we go. Kaylee, thank you so much.
What's going on? This is Kaylee K.R. Reis, and I have the pleasure of being on NRW. You can catch the fair one this Friday, February 11th in theaters and on video on demand. Let's go.